Loneliness is one of the most profound and challenging philosophical questions that accompanies us throughout life. We are born into this world alone, and we leave it the same way. Although we are surrounded by people throughout our lives, family, friends, colleagues, sooner or later, we come to realize that all of these connections are temporary. We are on our own, and this fact can be terrifying, but at the same time, it offers us a sense of freedom. Loneliness is often perceived as something negative, something we must escape. We tend to seek company to avoid feeling lonely. But if we look deeper, loneliness is not a punishment, but a natural state of being. We are the only ones who experience our inner thoughts, emotions, and struggles. No one else can truly understand us as well as we understand ourselves. This realization helps us see that loneliness isn't something to be feared, but something we need to learn to live with. The people in our lives, no matter how important they are, come and go. Some stay with us for years, others for months or even days, but all of them are temporary. And even if relationships last for decades, ultimately, each of us ends up alone with ourselves. But this shouldn't scare us. Instead, it can be a source of strength. We often try to find validation of our worth in others, seeking someone to fill the emptiness inside us. But this is an illusion. No one can completely fill our loneliness. Happiness and contentment cannot come from the outside. They must be cultivated within. People can inspire, support, and share their experiences, but the ultimate understanding of yourself and your place in the world is a journey that each person walks alone. The Stoics believed that understanding our isolation is the key to achieving inner freedom. Marcus Aurelius wrote that each person is fundamentally alone, and there is great truth in this. We cannot fully control how long others will stay in our lives, but what we can control is our attitude toward ourselves, our loneliness, and what we do with our lives. Loneliness is an opportunity for self-discovery. In moments of silence, when there is no one else around, we can look within and ask, who am I? What do I truly want? What brings me joy and meaning? In these moments of reflection, we may come to answers we can never find in the noise of the world or in the presence of others. Yes, being alone can be difficult. Being alone with oneself sometimes brings pain and fear, but it also gives us the space to grow. These are the moments when we can become stronger, when we can understand that our value is not dependent on the approval or recognition of others. Loneliness is the freedom to be yourself, without needing to conform to the expectations of others. Over time, as we recognize the temporary nature of all relationships, we begin to appreciate them even more. Every interaction with another person becomes special because we know it's fleeting. There is a unique beauty in knowing that each moment of connection is rare and irreplaceable. It is also important to understand that loneliness and solitude are not the same. Solitude is the conscious choice to spend time alone, to reflect, recharge, and find peace. Loneliness, on the other hand, is a state of mind that can be felt even in a crowd. But when we accept our separateness, we can stop fearing loneliness and begin to see it as a path to freedom. Thus, loneliness is not a curse, but a blessing that teaches us to appreciate the present, deepens our understanding of ourselves, and liberates us from the expectations of others. We cannot always rely on people because they come and go, but we can always rely on ourselves, on our inner resources, and on our ability to be whole, even in solitude. So don't fear loneliness. It is an inevitable part of life, and within it, you can find your strength. In the end, we are all alone, and this is not something to fear, but rather an opportunity to discover true freedom.